we look to build resiliency intentionally, how do you see in retrospect how you have, as somebody who's got a pretty strong resiliency muscle, come to be that way, and how might people generate that for themselves?
I unfortunately, I think I got a little bit of like the grit from just childhood. So my parents didn't let me quit anything. So I kind of bring that into my career now too, where um, I feel like I have to see something through before I can move on. But on top of that, I think I started working on a master's degree in organizational leadership, and I'm about halfway done. And
Wow.
one of the, thank you. And one of the reasons I did that is because I kept feeling like I had good ideas, but I couldn't get people to follow me. Like I needed help in order to get the ideas done, but I couldn't get people motivated to change whatever they were doing and work on something different. So I wanted to learn how to motivate people and how to lead change without demotivating people or making people upset. And so I think one of my favorite courses was on change theory.
Mm.
And I learned about Cotter's 8-step change model. And that was really a pivotal moment for me because I think it just recognizes that change is always going to happen. And then how can you be on the side where you're leading change in a positive way,
Yeah.
versus being like a naysayer, or like even how do you deal with a naysayer, because they're just going to naysayers. And so I think before I learned more about change theory, I could see all the areas where I was falling short before. Like there would be one naysayer who was like, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and then they kind of pollute everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's just staying on top of getting buy-in and communication, and the steps all are laid out to for successful change. So I think knowing that change is going to happen, just learn how to be a change agent and how to lead it.
Got it. I also hear in what you said that you are always self-assessing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then looking for gaps in skills.
totally.
Yeah, and what would have you be able to affect what it is you're out to affect?
Yeah, and I do really appreciate mentorship too.
Mm.
So I always try to have a mentor. I've throughout my career, I've had a mentor so that I can have someone kind of assist in that self-reflection. And I've definitely really appreciated having managers who are have that coaching mindset. So
Mm.
when I've had managers who are like, "You're doing a great job," it doesn't help me grow.
Yeah.
So even though like I can have an initial reaction to feedback, like constructive feedback, like, "Oh, I thought I was doing everything I do," it is really helpful to have someone, even if it's a peer, to say like, "How do you think I did on that presentation? Did the point come across? Do you think that I had the right next steps for that?" Like anyone that you can kind of get feedback from. I think they have 360 peer reviews now. It depends on how big your organization is, but I think being open to feedback about yourself is really important.
That's great. And I hear that you're actually seeking it out
Yeah.
and then managing yourself, because you're absolutely right. Our instinct is not to hear it, not to let it in, to protect our
Yeah.
image of ourselves. But I get that you're open to seeing yourself differently.
Yeah. There's a woman at SNH that talks about, it's like this feedback strainer, and it's like you have this strainer on your head and the feedback comes in. She's she's probably gonna be mad. I'm not. You get feedback and you decide what comes through. So maybe you get feedback and you're like, I don't really agree with that. I'm gonna keep moving. Like that's part of, I appreciate that part of myself. So you just strain that, doesn't come through, and then everything else comes through. Does it make sense?
It perfectly makes sense.
Okay.
And I can actually see myself I see a colander actually, like a
Okay.
kitchen colander. It's metal, it's gray metal, it's sitting on my head.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
have to do, the metal one.
You don't have to take it all, but
Yeah.
consider and look at it before, it's like when you're, yeah, I'm seeing myself cleaning lettuce for a salad now. That's a bad piece. We'll put that in the trash. This one's still good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can
Because
tear the bad part off of this one and keep it. Yeah.
sometimes you get feedback from you're not ready to hear it at the time and
Yeah.
you have to sit with it for a little while. So, but yeah, I think
Sure.
getting feedback is important for growing.
No, that was well said. Very valuable.